In the quiet town of Fairhaven, Claire Matthews was more than just the local school counselor. She was the soul of the community. So when she vanished one chilly November evening without a trace, the shockwaves rattled every home, every heart. How could someone so loved simply disappear? Claire, 34, had spent the last decade helping students navigate their struggles, hosting weekend workshops on mental health, and volunteering at the local food bank. To most, she was a model citizen, kind, patient, and seemingly without enemies. Her small house at the edge of Maple Street was a familiar landmark, the porch light always left on, a beacon for anyone who needed to talk. On the night she disappeared, Claire had stayed late for a parent-teacher meeting. She texted a close friend around 8:45 p.m., saying she was heading home. But she never arrived. The police initially suspected a random act of violence. Fairhaven wasn't crime-free, but random disappearances were unheard of. They scoured nearby roads, parks, and abandoned buildings. Claire's car was found 2 days later, parked neatly near the town's old train station, keys still in the ignition, her purse on the passenger seat. Nothing made sense. There were no signs of a struggle, no ransom notes, and no clear motive. Detectives dug deeper into Claire's life, speaking with friends, co-workers, students, and even old flames. What they found was unsettling. Claire had recently ended a secret relationship, not with a colleague, but with the father of one of her students. A man whose temper, according to neighbors, had been escalating after the breakup. Naturally, suspicion fell heavily on him, Eric Dalton. A construction worker with a rough reputation and a history of jealousy. He failed the initial polygraph test. He had scratches on his hands. And witnesses claimed he had been drinking and raging. The night reviewing Claire's phone records, investigators noticed a pattern. Repeated late-night calls to a number registered to Amelia Reyes, Claire's closest friend and fellow counselor at the school. Yet Amelia hadn't mentioned these calls during her interviews. Under questioning, Amelia broke down. She confessed that she and Claire had been locked in a bitter falling out, over something much darker than anyone had guessed. Claire had discovered that Amelia had been falsifying reports and embezzling funds from the school's mental health program. Worse, Claire had threatened to expose her. In a moment of desperation and betrayal, Amelia lured Claire under the pretense of needing help, and things spiraled out of control. It wasn't a random act of violence. It wasn't a jealous ex. It was betrayal by someone Claire had loved and trusted. Amelia confessed to accidentally killing Claire during a heated argument, panicking, and hiding her body in the woods outside town. She pleaded guilty to manslaughter and obstruction of justice. Claire's body was found weeks later, buried beneath the autumn leaves. Fairhaven never quite healed. The betrayal cut deeper than the crime itself. The woman who had once championed kindness and mental health had been destroyed by the corruption festering closest to her. Today, a bench outside Fairhaven Elementary bears Claire's name. Beneath it, a simple plaque reads, "A light extinguished but never forgotten."